It's Tuesday, November 27th. I'm Wayne Moore. This is Evening Update. At the top of the news, emergency crews continue to clean up a mineral oil spill on Glenmore Road in Kelowna. Oil spilled from a transformer after a vehicle crashed into a pole late Monday night. A spokesperson for BC Hydro says 68 liters of mineral oil was inside the transformer when it was knocked off the pole in the collision. There was also a small amount of polychlorinated biphenyls. The driver of the vehicle suffered only minor injuries. Another collision on Canadian highways involving a sports team, this one in central BC. A small bus carrying 12 members of a girls' volleyball team from College Heights Secondary in Prince George crashed Tuesday on Highway 97 near Cache Creek. The bus was carrying 10 players and 2 adults. 8 people were taken to hospital, one in critical non-life-threatening condition. The team was en route to the provincial championships in Powell River. The city of Vernon is one step closer to allowing retail cannabis shops to operate in that community. At a public hearing Monday, councillors voted to support bylaw zoning amendments which will regulate the cultivation, sales, manufacturing, and processing of cannabis in Vernon. The next step is the adoption of the bylaws, which is expected to take place at the next council meeting on December 10th. A petition containing more than 1,600 signatures from people opposed to logging planned for a network of trails just outside Penticton was presented to the BC Legislature and the Minister of Forests on Monday. Penticton MLA Dan Ashton presented the petition, relaying concerns from a growing group of trail users up in arms about the plan. BC Timber Sales, under the purview of the provincial government, is preparing to log the area about 4 kilometers up the Carmi Forest Service Road sometime next year. City of Kelowna needs to take a leadership role if it hopes to combat the city's growing homeless and addiction problem. That according to former RCMP Superintendent Bill McKinnon, who authored a report on public safety. McKinnon pointed to the failed Cornerstone shelter on Leon Avenue. He said the city didn't lead. They always want to be a partner at the table. McKinnon says this is a different time, a different era. The city needs to be involved. A controversial 52-unit supportive housing project on Agassiz Road in Kelowna has received first and second reading from City Council. The project will go to a public hearing in January. A number of seniors in the area are up in arms over the project, saying they fear for their safety. A group of 8 volunteers have been selected to represent the environmental protection and sustainable economic development in the Swan Lake Corridor. The Wastewater Recovery Community Working Group will meet for the first time this week with elected officials and staff from the partner organizations. Oliver Town Council has voted to help fund 1,000 pocket ashtrays to be distributed as educational tools to the public in order to prevent cigarette waste and prevent forest fires. Council has voted to provide half of the $1,000 needed for the Parks and Recreation project. Council adopted a smoke-free bylaw in public areas this year, so the Parks Department has been brainstorming ways to help spread the word as well as enforce the bylaw in a safe way. Many BC First Nations that stayed behind to stop wildfires from destroying their communities in 2017 and 2018 are still waiting to be reimbursed by the provincial and federal governments for hundreds of thousands of dollars in expenses. Indigenous groups say they can't afford to pay for training and equipment for firefighters before a crisis strikes, so they have to take on enormous debts to protect their homes as flames approach. And Stephen Hillenburg, who created SpongeBob SquarePants and the absurd undersea world he inhabited, has died at the age of 57. Nickelodeon made that announcement on Tuesday. Hillenburg died Monday of Lou Gehrig's disease, also known as ALS. Okanagan weather, clouds and showers for the rest of Tuesday, some clearing expected Wednesday, highs to 6, lows to +1. Coming up tonight and tomorrow, a West Kelowna teacher has agreed to several conditions in order to get his teaching license back. For details on these and the rest of the day's news, keep it here at castanet.net. For Castanet News, I'm Wayne Moore.